In America's urban areas, invasive species cause billions of dollars in damage each year. Farmers and hunters use hundreds of strategically placed traps to capture wild animals, such as wild boars, that enter living areas, to minimize human-animal conflict. The number of complaints about wild boar increased from 300 to over 700 between 2013 and 2017, causing the government to review its management strategy. Reporters interviewed homeowners in Sun City Center, USA, about policies related to these animals. They revealed that wild boars cause up to $2.5 billion in property damage each year by digging up garden soil, leaving deep holes, damaging grass, and causing frustration among residents. At the homeowner association meeting, residents demanded action to prevent wild boar attacks and protect their properties. Faced with the serious problem posed by feral pigs to the American people, let's consider the benefits and ways to use traps to effectively control feral hogs. U.S. residents use traps that have a minimum setup time of several minutes per trap and can be easily set up by 1 or 2 people. The trap comes with a sturdy steel wire and accompanying tools to create a perfect trap to keep the prey from escaping. Therefore, when setting up and using traps, it is recommended to wear gloves and goggles. The details of the trap clearly warn against placing your finger in the center of the trap, as this could trigger the mechanism that automatically clamps. The typical size of the trap is 9x 5x 3 inches and is made from steel, a durable material designed with 2 springs. When activated, the trap effectively grips the boar's legs and nose. One benefit of this trap is that there is no need to prepare bait. However, if using bait, hunters can choose corn, apples, or fruit to attract wild boars into the trap. The installation method requires professionalism and skill from the hunters. They will choose the ideal location where there are frequent signs of wild boar. After choosing a location, the hunters dug a hole deep and wide enough to safely place the trap. They carefully placed the trap in the hole and secured its parts with ropes to ensure correct operation when wild boars entered. Once installation is complete, hunters double-check everything to ensure accuracy. Thanks to the professional implementation of feral hog trapping methods, the number of feral hogs entering residential areas in the United States has decreased by approximately 40 to 50% over the past 5 years. As the wild boar population has decreased, the cost of repairing damaged gardens has also dropped to about $1. Each year, areas with high wild boar densities in the U.S. cause losses of up to $25 billion USD. Local authorities often apply flexible policies to control the wild boar population, allowing hunters to take more than 5 animals per day during the breeding season. However, they also impose strict restrictions to protect pregnant wild boars and piglets for ethical reasons. In the United States, hunters typically capture feral hogs weighing an average of 220 to 440 pounds. There have been cases of feral pigs weighing up to 770 pounds using foot traps, proving this method is effective. When trapped, the wild boar's screams echo through the forest as they try to escape, but the trap still stubbornly clings to their legs every time they try. In the United States, hunters are required to check traps every 24 hours to prevent prolonged suffering to feral pigs, promote ethical hunting, and minimize animal stress. Violations can result in fines or loss of hunting licenses. Good health and protective equipment, such as gloves and masks, are necessary to safely collect wild boar. They wear gloves, masks, and clothing during the collection process to prevent injuries from wild boars that might resist. Sealing a wild boar's snout with tape is a typical technique to stop them from opening their mouths and potentially attacking or harming humans. Nevertheless, many communities oppose wild boar trapping due to concerns that it is often driven by personal gain, such as recreational use of wild boars, without recognizing the negative. Monkeys in the city suburbs damaged power infrastructure, causing widespread outages, halting businesses and factories, with estimated losses up to fixing took 8 hours. Inconveniencing locals. Authorities now deploy measures against future monkey attacks on power lines. The deterrent method chosen by the Americans is to use iron traps, known for their effectiveness and durability. Installing an iron trap usually only takes about 30 minutes with the average participation of a team of 3 people. These traps were designed to be generous in size, usually 33 feet, and were made from iron mesh panels connected by large iron bars. They have a large door to lure monkeys inside. Iron traps are designed with an inward opening door fixed by a strong spring or a sturdy lock. When monkeys enter a trap to explore the bait out of curiosity or hunger, they often walk forward without paying attention to the door, making it easy for them to get trapped inside. The trap's door is designed to be easy to open from the outside, but difficult for the monkeys inside. The spring or lock that fixes the door is very strong, requiring a strong enough force from the outside to open, ensuring that the monkey cannot open the door and escape on its own. From 1972 to 2017, the U.S. Department of Agriculture's monkey trapping program recorded a significant increase in the number of monkeys captured in areas near forests or wilderness, where they frequently forage. Steel traps in these areas can capture 50 to 70 invasive monkeys per day, demonstrating the continued efforts of authorities to manage the monkey population. The United States has culled more than 100,000 monkeys. The combination of iron traps and net traps is not only effective in reducing monkey numbers, but is also cost-effective for the American people. Net traps, known for their high efficiency and versatility, are popular for their ability to cover large areas and be strategically placed. The American community generally supports the use of net traps, receiving support from environmentalists and animal rights advocates. Animal rights groups support the use of monkey traps because they are considered effective and humane. However, some communities oppose this because they consider monkeys to be sacred animals due to cultural and religious reasons. The controversy revolves around arguments in favor of ecological protection and economic sustainability versus concerns about cultural values and animal rights. Therefore, monkey trapping programs need to carefully balance management efficiency with respect for culture and animal welfare. The U.S. government has implemented measures to thoughtfully and humanely manage invasive monkey populations. They use traps to catch monkeys and then transport them to medical facilities for surgical treatment. This is a testament to the government's commitment to protecting the ecological environment and respecting cultural and religious values. Millions of acres of cornfields in Tuscany, Italy, are currently suffering serious losses due to sudden attacks from wild boars. This has caused significant economic loss in agriculture and negatively affected the morale of local farmers. The region is facing invasions by the native wild boar species Sus scrofa and introduced wild boar species from Eastern Europe. The lack of natural predators has contributed to a significant increase in the wild boar population in recent years. Currently, there are about 150,000 wild boars in Tuscany. Some of these cause serious damage to fields, especially cornfields. Local reports show that each wild boar, weighing about 110 pounds, requires between 4,000 and 4,500 calories per day. This high-calorie intake contributes significantly to the severe damage done to cornfields, which are most affected by feral hog activity every year. The caloric energy of corn is about 7.9 calories per pound, which helps wild boars feel full for a long time without looking for food too much. This, combined with the large area of cornfields and the height of corn plants, creates shelter and protection for wild boars away from farmers. These factors create favorable conditions for wild boars to enter. The local authorities of Tuscany, Italy, estimate that damage caused by wild boars to the agricultural sector, especially to cornfields, amounts to millions of dollars each year. More serious consequences occur when wild boars invade cornfields during the harvest season, threatening the health of people working in the fields. Therefore, when working in the fields, it is very important to stay alert to avoid sudden attacks from wild boars. The people of Italy have faced many challenges due to the actions of this wild boar. Protecting cornfields from wild boars is a big challenge. Stay tuned as I guide you through the hunting journey of farmers in Tuscany. Wild boar hunting is a traditional and attractive activity in Italy. To participate, you need a valid hunting license to ensure safety and compliance with local regulations. Italian hunters often apply for hunting licenses from the Ministry of Agriculture and Forestry, the national agency responsible for issuing hunting licenses. Illegal hunting of wild boar in Italy can lead to confiscation of hunting equipment and, in serious cases, up to 2 years in prison. Those caught without a hunting license will face fines ranging from 10,000 to 6,000 euros. If you don't want to be fined or lose money, I advise you not to go hunting by yourself. Unlike other countries, Italy uses helicopters to hunt wild boar. Italian hunters say this method is effective and is safe, saving time and effort compared to traditional methods such as walking or using hunting dogs. Renting a helicopter to hunt wild boar for a day can cost between 2,000 and 5,000 USD. Some people believe that using helicopters for hunting is expensive due to convenience. The helicopter is equipped with an advanced observation system that helps hunters quickly locate large numbers of wild boars. Hunters are fastened with seat belts to ensure safety and avoid the risk of attack from below. Although this convenience allows access to remote and difficult-to-reach areas, the high cost due to fuel consumption and long flight times is something to keep in mind when considering this method of hunting. In addition, Italian hunters also use bows and arrows. Hunters have to face challenges and venture through tropical forests and wetlands. Unlike using helicopters to reach the target, the use of bow and arrow requires patience, flexible movement skills, and adaptation to the natural environment.
Yeah.
Hunting with bows and arrows became more difficult, especially when targeting wild boar. This requires highly specialized skills and a deep understanding of wild boar characteristics and behavior. Additionally, moving on complex and difficult terrain requires hunters to have a good understanding of the terrain, which is indispensable when using bows and arrows. Preparing bait to attract wild boars into designated hunting areas is also important to ensure hunter safety. Wild boar is facing stiff opposition here. Many people in Tuscany, Italy, consider dogs to be loyal companions and family members, not simply hunting tools, thanks to the long-standing relationship between humans and dogs. A horrific incident occurred during an organized hunt with the participation of dogs, when more than 10 hunting dogs were attacked by wild boars. This incident caused outrage in the community and led to protests against hunting with dogs, demanding an end to this practice and respect for their views. Farmers in Texas and other states are facing a major challenge: controlling the wild boar population to minimize their negative impact on the environment and local economies. The intrusion of wild boars into agriculture, especially after harvest, causes serious damage to farms, infrastructure, and agricultural investments. This problem threatens food supplies and the sustainability of local ecosystems, creating a significant setback for American farmers. Wild boars grow rapidly and can reach enormous sizes due to factors such as hormones, disease, or genetic variation. They bring considerable ferocity and strength, making hunting and controlling them more dangerous and difficult, even threatening human safety. According to the USDA, these giant wild boars cause billions of dollars in damage to Americans every year. Each year, farmers spend about $2.5 billion to manage the wild boar population. They use methods such as spreading corn, setting traps, or mixing corn with other attractants. Traps are placed near food sources, water, and wild boar paths, and can catch 10 to 12 animals at a time. Compliance with the law is important to ensure trapping is done responsibly, including being licensed and complying with seasonal and local regulations. Policies and management measures are essential to ensure that wild boar hunting activities do not unnecessarily impact natural ecosystems. In particular, protecting animal welfare is also important, including banning the hunting of piglets and pregnant pigs, which requires participants to have a clear understanding of wild boars.